Hummingbird Spell Bee Class 5 Question Paper 2023 to 2024 Level 1. Totally there are 50 questions and time is 1 hour. Directions for question 1 to 25. Fill in the blank with the correct option and its correct spelling. First, the injured captain lying in the bow was at this time buried in that profound dash and indifference which comes temporarily at least to even the bravest and most enduring when willy-nilly the firm fails, the army loses, the ship goes down. That means when the ship goes down, the army loses. When we lose something or fail something, we will get dejected. So here, the injured captain lying in the bow was at this time buried in that profound dejection. Dejection. Option C is the correct spelling. Option T also dejection is given, but the spelling is wrong. Dejection means a sad and depressed state. Second, a singular disadvantage of the sea lies in the fact that after successfully dash one wave, you discovered that there is another behind it just as important and just as nervously anxious to do something effective in the way of swapping boats. Here, the answer is surmounting. Surmounting means to overcome or to be placed on the top of something. surmounting is the correct spelling. Rest, the spelling is wrong. A singular disadvantage of the sea lies in the fact that after successfully surmounting one wave, that is, after placing on the top of one wave. Third, the crest of each of these waves was a hill from the top of which the men surveyed for a moment a broad dash expanse shining and wind-driven. The answer is tumultuous. Tumultuous is the correct spelling. Tumultuous means making a loud, confused noise. The crest of each of these waves was hill from the top of which the men surveyed for a moment a broad, tumultuous expanse. That means a confused noise was expanse. Fourth, the birds sat comfortably in groups and they were envied by some in the dinghy, for a wrath of the sea was no more to them than it was to covey of prairie chickens 1,000 miles inland. Here, wrath means extreme anger. Wrath will not come and group will not come. So the birds sat comfortably in groups and they were envied. Envied means enemy, envied by some in the dinghy for the wrath of the sea. That means for the anger of the sea. Fifth, the captain naturally wished to knock it away with the end of heavy painter, but he did not dare to do it, because anything resembling an emphatic gesture would have dashed this frightened boat, and so with his open hand the captain gently and carefully waved the girl away. Here, capsized. Option B will come. Head-sized, capsized will not come. Capsized. Capsized. Capsized means overturned in the water. So the captain naturally, with an emphatic gesture, would have overturned in the water and capsized the frightened boat. Sixth, she seemed just a wee thing dash miraculously top up at the mercy of 5 oceans. She seemed just a wee thing wallowing. Wallowing. Wallowing means roll about or lie in mud or water to keep cool or avoid biting insects, like camouflaging like thing. She seemed just a wee thing wallowing miraculously, hiding. Seventh, it would be difficult to describe the dash brotherhood of men that was here established on the seas. Boisterous. 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 Boisterous means noisy, energetic, and cheerful. It would be difficult to describe the energetic brotherhood. That is the meaning. 8th. And after this devotion to the commander of the boat, there was this comradeship that the correspondent, for instance, who had been taught to be dash of men, knew even at the time was the best experience of his life. Here, cynical would come. Clinical and cynical, this SY spelling will not come. CYNICAL will come. Cynical means believing that people are motivated purely by self-interest. And here, after this devotion to the commander of the boat, there was this comradeship that the correspondent, for instance, who had been taught to be self-motivated of men. 9th. But the waves continued their old dash, swooping at the dinghy, and little craft, no longer under way, struggled only over them. Here, but the waves continued their old impetuous, IMPETIOUS. TIOUS, that is the spelling. Impetuous means, what to say, acting quickly without thought or care. So, but the waves continued their old quick action without caring or thinking. 10th. Shipwrecks are dash of nothing. If men could only train for them and have them occur when the men had reached pink condition, there would be less drowning at sea. Shipwrecks are appropriate of nothing. No, it will not come. It's a apropos. What is meant by apropos? Apropos means with reference to or concerning. Shipwrecks are concerning of nothing if men could properly handle them. That is the meaning of this. 11th. Of the 4 in the dinghy, none had slept any time worth mentioning for 2 days and 2 nights previous to embarking in the dinghy, and in the excitement of clambering about the deck of a dash ship, they had also forgotten to eat heartily. It means boundary. Excitement of clambering about the deck of boundering ship. What is boundering ship? That means it's a foundering ship, not boundering ship. Foundering means filled with water and tank. And in the excitement of clambering about the deck of the ship which is filled with water and sink. That is the meaning of this. 12. The correspondent wondered dash how in the name of all that was seen could there be people who thought it amusing to row a boat. Indigenously. INDIGENOUSLY. Indigenously means originally inhabited. The correspondent wondered how it was originally inhabited in the name of all. That is the meaning of this. 13. It was not an amusement, it was diabolical punishment, and even a genius of mental dash could never conclude that it was anything but a horror to the muscles and crime against the back. Here, answer is aberrations. ABBERATIONS. Aberrations means a departure from which is usual or unexpected. Unexpected departure. It was not an amusement. It was a diabolical punishment, and even a genius of mental unexpected departure is the meaning of this. 14. After a search, somebody produced 3 dry matches, and thereupon the 4 wives rowed in their little boat, and with the assurance of a dash rescue shining in their eyes, puffed at the big cigars and jacked well and ill of all men. The answer is impending. 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 So, after a search, this these people rode in their little boat with an assurance of impending rescue. Impending means a forthcoming event. They are expecting some event. That is the meaning. 15th. It is fair to say here that there was not like a life-saving station within 20 miles in either direction, but the men did not know this fact, and in consequence they made dark and dash remarks concerning the eyesight of nation's lifesavers. The answer is opprobrious. 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 Opprobrious, what is meaning means expressing criticism. They are criticizing. It is fair to say that there lies the mistake. Within 20 miles there is no life-saving station. So we are blaming something. So we are criticizing something. So opprobrious. 16. Four scowling men sat in the dinghy and surpassed records in the invention of dash. Answer is epithets. What is epithets? It's describing a person about his characteristics. So, four scowling men sat in the dignity and surpassed records in the invention of epithets. Epithets. Option C. 17th. If we don't all get assured, I suppose you fellows know where to send news of my finish. They then briefly exchange some addresses and dash. Admonitions. 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 Admonitions means a firm warning or reprimanding, like advising something that is going to happen. So they are briefly exchanging such warnings. So admonitions. The answer is none of this. The spelling should be Admonitions. So neither Adminitions or Admenitions or Admunitions. So the spelling should be Admonitions. So none of these will be the answer. 18th. The billows that come at this time were more dash. Formidable. Which is the correct spelling? Both are same. Formidable. Both A and C are same. So we can go with both A and C. Formidable means inspiring fear or respect through being impressingly large, powerful, intense, or capable. If we see a large size person or powerful person, we'll get some fear, right? That is formidable. 19th. His head pillowed on a thwart was within an inch of the swirl of a wave crest, and sometimes a particularly dash sea come in board and drenched him once more. Answer is obstreperous. Obstreperous. This is the answer. Option B, obstreperous. This is the wrong spelling, and this is also the wrong spelling because obstrperous. That should be come. So this is the correct spelling of obstreperous. So what is mean by obstreperous? That means noisy and difficult to control. So he said pillowed on a thwart and within an inch of the swirl of a wave crest, which is difficult to control. That is the meaning. So everything went out of their control in this passage. Doing a boat journey. 20. The cook's arm was around the oiler's shoulders, and within their fragmentary clothing and dash faces, they were the babes of the sea, the grotesque rendering of the old babes in the wood. Answer is haggard. Haggard. What is haggard? Haggard means looking exhausted and unwell. Like tired. The cook's arm was around the oiler's shoulders. He looked tired and unwell. 21. If I am going to be drowned, If I am going to be drowned, why in the name of the seven mad gods who rule the sea was I allowed to come thus far and dash sand and trees? Here he is blaming God. If I'm going to be drowned, what God is doing and why couldn't God save us? He is asking like this. Contemplate means look thoughtfully for a long time at. So he is looking long time at the God and asking this question. So Contemplate. Option B is the correct spelling of contemplate. 22. During this dismal night, it may be remarked that a man would conclude that it was really the intention of the seven mad gods to drown him despite the dash injustice of it. So, he is saying that the God decision to drown him is injustice. So, abominable. Abominable means causing moral revulsion. So, it's against justice. So, Abominable is the correct spelling and it's the correct option despite the abominable injustice of it. 23. When it occurs to a man that nature does not regard him as important and that she feels she would not dash the universe by disposing of him, he at first wishes to throw bricks at the temple and he hates deeply the fact that there is no bricks and no temple. Here he says in feeling of dejection that when there is no God to rescue in case of danger, then why there should be temple, and he is feeling like throwing bricks at the temple in feeling of dejection. So, MAME, M-A-M-E. Option B is the answer. MAME means, so option A is the answer, M-A-I-M. MAME means to injure a person or animal so that part of the body is permanently damaged. So, in this case, he is going to be permanently damaged and that's why he is getting angry on God. 24th. Then, if there be no tangible thing to whom he feels, perhaps the desire to confront a personification and indulge in pleas, bow to one knee and with hands dash, saying, Yes, but I love myself. In this case, he is pleading. A person making humble on earnest plea. That is called suppliant. Suppliant. Suppliant is the answer. So he is pleading and saying, Yes, but I love myself. 25th. Myriads of his schoolfellows had informed him of the soldiers' dash, but the dining had naturally ended by making him perfectly indifferent. Here, plight. Plight means the suffering of soldiers. Myriads of schoolfellows had informed him of the soldiers' suffering. That is the answer.